Welcome back to the How Hungry Officer channel. Today, I don't know, I'm like it. We will be looking at my collection. We'll be starting with the tan. Gonna just ignore the greens, they're just kind of there. I'm going to start off with all the infantry. I'll get to the people on the box later. On the back you have some my vehicles. These are all the tan vehicles I have. Living in the UK, Timmy is a mortgage to buy. No, like that's quite literally, it's very expensive. So I don't have many vehicles at all for any of my armies. I have mainly Tamanian vehicles and random stuff. Like as you can see, one of my 3 tanks is a Tamanian tank, a painted True Heroes tank, and then some random tank I found at a corner shop for about a £5. I'm joking, it was like £2. In front of it, we have these Jaru pose knockoffs. The plastic quality is very hard, and you can see they look like very terrible quality, very cheap. But a good side behind them is they're not yellow, they are the Jaru colour, so they look very nice, especially with these Timmy in front of them. You can see they look quite nice with Timmy in a frame. Here we have my Timmy. I got these off UK Amazon. I will if you want, you know what, yes, if you want to get some of these and you live in the UK, I might put, if I have done it, check the description and I'll make sure I put the link to at least these tan shirts in the description. That's if they're still up. I will let you know if they're not still up, and I'll have to put the mixed bag in the description. Tans and greens, which is more expensive than basic tan. But I do want you UK fellas to have normal tinning, as it's kind of essential for army owned films. But I know they are expensive, and I know you UK people, it's very hard to, you know, want to pay 40, 50 quid for a bag of like 20 soldiers. Like 40 or 50, it's really not worth it. If I could quit a soldier, which is genuinely not worth it. These knock-off winter poses, these are the knockoffs of the knockoffs, you can tell, because the plastic is literally lime yellow. Like it is poison yellow. Colour Windsor had during Sabretooth. You know, Dark Tan? This is the colour of this motherfucker. As you can see, he is literally yellow. The only reason this guy isn't on the table is because like he's highly damaged and I keep him on it. Anyways, behind these yellow people, we'll get onto them. Well, like cream yellow. We have you know, some brown, like very dark tan British infantry, British paratrooper, whatever you want to call them. They're tan. They're gonna be used as infantry in like films. Not many people go into depth about what they look like, but just throw them in there. But yeah, just some British parads, not old ones, the newer ones, sort of boring ones. I'm getting into these guys, which is some knockoff British airfix. I'm unknown if any of these are real airfix. I'm pretty sure one of them outside of Varus, but we'll get to him later, is actual airfix. I'm gonna slide to the left to actually look at some Shamrock poses. Sadly, I have none in like a normal tan. It's either very dark tan or yellow, which are the colours they come in. I don't know why they made them in yellow, to be honest. Or they come in poison yellow like them. If you look at IMC Productions frontline videos, you'll see it. It is a horrid colour, but it is a Shamrock pose. But they are just a horrid colour to put soldiers in. As you can see, these guys are fragile. Their guns, especially a laying down guy, guns bend. Hello, mate. Yeah, you can see where they come off the production line very easily there. See where they just like they actually come off the production. I'm going to look here at some British infantry. These are 100% also not knockoffs. Obviously they are. Why wouldn't we have a good knockoffs? You can't have like, you can't not just not have knockoffs in a army man collection. You have to have knockoffs. Obviously 2 Dune poses, but yeah. Yeah, they're not Dune, are they? I don't know Dune. Or do I? You have to figure that one out. Anyways, that was joking, by the way. I don't know Dune. Anyways, here we have, obviously, an abundance of true heroes. Unlike Green Side Productions, he doesn't take up 98% of my household. He has too many true heroes, that's the joke. I'm very funny. Anyways, yeah, I have a bunch of these guys. These are mainly what I make a costumes. You can see there's a hole there. It's where some guy was kidnapped for a custom pose. I'll show off later in the video. Also, yeah, you can kind of see in there. Ignore the blue tack. That's when they need to be melted together or glued, depending on if I can be asked for which one. Here we have some Jaru. Now, with these Jaru are the only poses I have with the standing brown pose. Sergeant Brown pose, where we're just standing idly, not melted or anything. It's the only colour I have these in. I have seen a lot with some in. I might cop, I might not, I might have to get some more. Because these poses are incredible. These work extremely well with true heroes to look more like them, and they are just very nice in general. We have some very more detailed than these guys. These guys are some more detailed versions of Airfix knockoffs. Next to it is an actual Airfix knockoff. You can cover the difference. I'm not going to cover them because everyone's probably seen them before. Here we have some Japanese poses, more rarer poses of Airfix to find. Sadly, I don't have many. I got these ones in a lot with these guys actually. They were just thrown in there. Something like Crouch, British Soldier, and some more troops we'll get into in a bit. But yeah, before we cover the box, I want to cover off something. So I was looking through because I wanted to find prototypes, because up there, spoiler alert, they're all characters for my series, and I made prototypes. So some of these you're going to see in the film Guard Duty, and I want to cover them all now. So right here, we have an old prototype for a guy who is up there. I forgot his name, hold up, it's been a while. Major Kelson. This is his prototype pose. You can see it was just painted when I was working on the uniforms and having them have skin colour. This is him. Yes, you're going to see him later on. He is nothing like what he looks like now. I'm not really going to cover these much though. This guy is my custom Tuscan. He was used once, he's never been used again. Here we have some of the infantry. The flamethrower guy, if you watch Guard Duty, my video, I'm going to refer to it a lot because these are where most of these guys are from. You will see these guys. I'm not looking at them. You will see these guys in Guard Duty. He dies very, very quickly, but you will be able to see both of them. Right here is one of the majors in the actual sergeant of the TANs in Guard Duty. Unnamed, but he's there. I'm pretty sure he is the pose for a character who is still unnamed in the series. He has been made, he is just unnamed, and he could appear. These poses could reappear. Here we have RPG poses. As we can see, these poses were for the RPG. There was a shooting one, and that guy there was a flamethrower. Sadly though, these poses are destroyed. Like if I tap the RPG, it will just fall. Back here, these colour. Here we have some custom poses I'm going to be gluing. The blue pack is marks. As you can see right back there, like marks for the plastic. But as you can see right back there, but yes. As you can see, we have some custom radio men. If you want in Discord, you would have seen it. They will have to be painted, sadly, because you can see different colours. Because I didn't realise that until like a day ago. And I can't be able to go change it, as these radio men are a nightmare to cut. You see some more radio men, another radio guy. Crouched bazooka guy, crawling guy, who I could make a radio guy. Flamethrower guy, dead guy. I'll show you my dead poses later. Standing MG guy. And just some standing shooting guys and a crouch kneeling guy. Using a Timmy inspiration for these three was from one of Mike's Lucifer images where you can see a radio guy. I got inspiration from that. Onto the characters. We're going to start with the Shamrock guy, dark Shamrock tan. Some of these actually were originally yellow. If I pick up this guy, who is terrible at standing on this box, as you can see, he's the same colour as these guys. He was painted because Major Kelson, yes, this is what Major Kelson looks like. Big difference. Is not meant to be yellow or yellow cream. He's meant to be dark tan, and that is what he is up here. And one of the first Shamrock poses I got with his standing or guarding AR pose. over here, we actually have Corporal Nelson. I'm going to grab these, and you're going to wonder, why is the paint different, if you really want to know, if I can grab them. If you wonder why the paint is different, this is his new colour, the colour he is going to be in the film, in my series. Here is his prototype. Yes, prototype your figures before you make them. This was a crappy pose I prototyped with paint, and as you can see, he is in very different different poses and everything. More crappy, thinner poses compared to this. Also, if you look at your bottom, because this guy's scrape it in, you'll see very dark patches of tan, very slightly. We have the unnamed soldier, who originally was this guy in guard duty. More prototypes. You can see he's a mismatch of colours. None of them are the same, I can't bother to turn them over. But one of them's grey, one of them was originally tan, one of them's green. If you really want to know, it's a nightmare. Here we have a Star Wars pose. What are you wondering? He's green. He's going to be spray painted tan. Right, yep. He's going to be one of my tan general's guards. I just need him aiming down the sight pose and then we'll be fine. But yep, this is one of the guards. They are going to go unnamed. As we see over here, we have another general of the Tan Army. He is a True Heroes, yes, True Heroes. I got confused there. He has a True Heroes pose. As you can see, he's boring a pistol. This here also was inspiration from Michael Ackerman. I will put the image on screen in editing from the original image. I want to thank Open Tabs for some of the images that will be provided in this video, by the way. Here, I'm not picking him up because it's too much effort for me, is another one of Doom's guards. Here is another general of the Tan Army. And here we have General Tarn himself. The only pose I can show you is his binoculars pose, as it's the one closest to finish and spray painted. But this is the final product of what he will look like. Originally green, rip-off pose. Something about him, as you'll realise, is he takes a heavy inspiration from General Doom using a cane. He's actually using Tamanian kits here for his gun holster. Not all of these he has these because he doesn't need it, because his arm covers it up. As you can see, we use blue tack here to make his coat look more nice, and it is a Tamanian model kit arm again. Kit bash with Tamanian. It is very helpful, and that makes him look really nice. Which I wanted to tell, his face is remodelled. He does not have eyes there. If I take this binoculars off, there is nothing there. It's blue tack. His other poses are in here, including, as you can see here, cane poses. And if we turn it to the side, you'll see right. I can't really do it because I'm holding it. I'm going to use my thumb. There is a sitting pose. He will be sitting down a lot. Right, so now I'm here for the greens. Because the tans are like 20 minutes long, I'm not going to spend too much on the greens. So I'm going to start here. Obviously, I'm going to need to explain these guys. True Heroes in abundance. Not as many as Green Soldier Productions. Still, lifelong goal is to beat him. Joking. Over here we have a rip-off Timmy. And some more dark green ones back there. I'm pretty sure there is like one radio man missing from there. But yeah, it's just that I couldn't fit everything from the table. Like, that is still on the floor. Because it doesn't fit on the table because of how much screens I have. Next to them we have some official airfix. There are more. There's 2 more of each pose. And the pistol pose holding the revolver is on my shelf. I just didn't want to clutter it all because the table bends in. Back here we have some Britain's LTD cannons with some, like, I think it's an official Timmy, a custom pose, and some random guy with them. I have 2. We have 2 tanks, 1 custom pattern because on the back, one of them whatever tanks, I think they're a Century. Then we have this Jeep. I can't remember the branding. I'll put it on screen because I have been told the branding of that Jeep. Here we have some rip-off Matchbox / Jaru poses. As you can see, I have a few of these guys, but not as many of these. Sadly, I only have a couple standing shooting. I have 2, and then I don't have 1 crouch. I have 1 crouching shooting pose because you have 1 head is decapitated, he's missing. Onto here we have some rip-off Jaru and 4 random radio men. No, 3 random radiomen. I had no other space for them. They're just here. Right here we have some more older type of army men, I'm pretty sure. You can tell by this guy here, more like classic, just something you see in a classic apocalypse film or an old Indian one. And I just knocked half of them over. Oh my days. Actually convenient timing. Behind them we have some rip-off German airfix in green, and an even more terrible one. There is an officer, I'll get to that later. Here we have some rip-off airfix American infantry. More detailed than normal. Here we have some rip-offs of a company I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Britain's, because I've seen this guy on there before. Back there we have some rip-off Japanese airfix. Next to them we have some poses I don't remember the name of, the ones without base plates. Next to it we have some Disney poses with one more. That's on my shelves, an older Disney pose. Next to them we have some official olive green airfix. We have British paratroopers, American infantry, and then World War I British infantry. Onto the rare stuff, we have a few Star Wars poses, not counting the one from the Tam lot. Next to them we have 2 different shades of Sergeant Brown poses, or Jaru Timmy poses. Next to them we have some fishshell poses, and then on the table we have these fishshell here. I have a lot of fishshell that I don't really like, to be fair. Now we're going to get onto characters, starting here. Another meme on Discord, Private Dave. He is dead, as you can tell. Next to them we have an unnamed character. Behind them we have Corporal Pratt, and I'm pretty sure Private Ava. He is Private Ava of Shamrock. Corporal Pratt is a custom true hero, I suppose. Yeah, custom true heroes, I can tell by the stand. Behind them we have Field Marshal Verdun, who is some Shamrock poses. And as I said before about the German officers, the reason he is special though is because he has a helmet on. Normally when you get rip-off German infantry from airfix, they have the cap on, but this guy has a helmet, which is quite cool. The unnamed general, who is a fishel pose. Here we have General McDonald. He is a costume so far, but I might change it to that one. The other green, just need to paint it. In front here we have Corporal Mint. I think you can tell why his name's Corporal Mint. Here we have a Corporal Drum, because he says his mag looks like a drum. I don't know. Just need a Corporal Drum. Here we have First Sergeant Maple. He has some custom poses, some not. I can't get the bag because his bag will fall over, but he does have a sitting pose. Here we have Field Marshal Clark, who is still in process because he needs to have a custom pose that's aiming down sight and needs to be painted. So he will be painted. But yeah, so far he's here, and let me grab him for you because he actually does have a 1 on his helmet to show his division. And he is Shamrock. In front of the 2 fishel guards, we actually have the Green Prime Minister. He is still unnamed and is still being worked on, as I can pull his head off right now. It's very loose, so is his arm. Yeah, it's the Green Prime Minister. It's pretty much all the greens I need to cover. So I'll go on to the greys, which are very short, it'll be like a minute long.